Hey, Facebook friends, family. Time for another one of my little rants here. Another one of my 2 cents worth, as I call it. Just read this post on Facebook about what do you call it, that fraternity in, where is it, Georgia? The University of Georgia banning the hoop skirts for this ball that's coming up, and their thinking is it's racist. Well, are they out of their damn minds? Jesus Christ, hoop skirts have been around since before the Civil War. They wore hoop skirts in England, for crying out loud. Wake up and smell the coffee, you blithering idiots. Everything has turned racist and bigoted, and it's a white thing, it's a black thing. Excuse the hell out of me. When is it going to start being a human thing? This country has gotten so dumbed down in the last 25, 30 years, it's not even funny. I look at some of these commercials on TV today, and then I look at my wife and I go, "You've got to be kidding me." It is so idiotic, so dumb, it's not even funny. I just don't understand anymore. I've served for over 20 years in the military. And I'm really beginning to wonder for what. I thought it was to keep this country strong, free, and happy. Well, obviously, I was doing it so we could dumb down the people in this country. Make them a bunch of damn sheep, because obviously that's what they are. They have been slapped in the face with it so many times that yet they just don't see it. They can't understand what the frickin' problem is. Now, just my opinion, it's the way I see it. The problem all comes from Washington, D.C. The majority of what's going on in this country has all been instigated in Washington, D.C., and we have got nobody and nothing to blame for it but ourselves as American people, because we let it go on. Everybody says, "Oh, we can't change it," or "We'll get this guy out of office when election time comes." Okay, good plan. If the guy's got a year or so left till election time, fine, no problem. But if he's just getting started and already screwing up, he's only been there a year and he's got, 5 more to go, or whatever they serve, 3, 4 years more to go, I say, "Yo, buddy, you're going home." We pull his ass out of office. We put somebody else in there in office and tell him, "Look, same thing's going to happen to you if you do stupid shit." It's as simple as that, America. We just can't get it through our heads. And now everybody's going, "Oh, well, everybody's got to get paid $15 an hour." Excuse me, I'll go flip burgers for $5, or for minimum wage, $7, or whatever the federal minimum wage is. I'll flip burgers for that. It's not a big deal to me. I'm making money. But these idiots, like in California, I work for McDonald's and I have to have $15 an hour. I'm sorry, I'm not an educated person. I'm not a real bright person. But I never, ever, in my 61 years on this earth, or less than that, since I was old enough to have a job, ever had a job that paid more than $11 an hour. I've never had one. $11 an hour, I thought I was making buku bucks. I thought I was really doing good for myself. And these people, well, I can't do that job for less than $75 an hour. And then you go look at what they're doing, and they're sitting there pushing a button on a computer console. Ooh, that's such a rough job that you have to have $75 an hour to do it? Excuse the hell out of me. I'll sit there and push 5 or 6 buttons for $10 an hour. It don't make no damn bit of difference to me. I'm working and I'm doing an honest day's job. But the American people just don't see where things have gone wrong. You got, what is it, Wisconsin now, bitching that, or the unions are bitching in Wisconsin that Wisconsin has become a right-to-work state. And they don't like that. Well, guess what? I got news for the unions. Your time has come and gone. If you hadn't gotten so damn greedy and forced everything to be as expensive as it is now, you'd probably still be worth having around, because the original idea of the union was a good idea, a damn good idea. Protect the workers from excessively long work hours. Make sure that they got paid a fair wage. But then they got greedy. Oh, well, we're going to work 4 days a week and you're going to pay us X amount of dollars a month. Or we go on strike until we get what we want. Well, the thing is that nobody is realizing what's happening here. And it's simple. It really is. It's called roll-down effect. You got these guys up here in the unions. They're saying, okay, our people have to have X amount of dollars an hour. Okay, that's cool. Give them X amount of dollars an hour. Okay, now they're making a product that they sell to distributors. Well, this distributor has to pay more for that product because that company that's making the product, because they're union, and they have to pay their workers more money, now have to charge more for that product. Well, that product gets to the guy who wants to distribute it. He has to pay more for it. Well, that has to get passed on to the consumer. Consumer now has to pay more for it. Why? All because of the union. They got greedy. They wanted more money. I can understand that. Now, just looking at things the way it should be, if we didn't have unions trying to line their pockets and make everybody fat cats, I got to thinking, now, the average car costs, what now, between $28,000 and $33,000. And when we were kids, a brand new car cost roughly $9,000, roughly. Now, if we hadn't have had unions say, "Oh, we need more money," that car would probably still be costing $8,000 or $9,000. And when I was a kid, also, I looked into it and did some backtracking and some researching, because I thought it was kind of funny that house prices are the way they are. I can give a prime example of where I'm living at here in San Francisco. Prime example. Okay, on the real estate market, my mother-in-law's house, who I'm staying with because she's 92 and somebody's got to look after her, my wife and I, we had a couple of real estate agents offer to help us sell the house. We're not selling it, but they offered to help us sell it anyway. And they said it was worth $1.2 million. And I'm going, wow. So I got to checking. I said, I wonder what Mom's property taxes are, what this place is appraised at. So I did some research and online. Cost me a couple of bucks to get the information I needed, but the city of San Francisco has appraised her house at $87,000. but yet they want to sell it for 1.2 million. The real estate agents. Now, what's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with it is people are stupid. Now, years ago when I was younger and living in San Diego, my wife and I decided we're talking about buying a house. So we went and looked at several houses with some real estate agents. And one real estate agent, that was the last time I ever went and looked at a house at all, period. I just said, oh, to hell with that noise. I ain't playing this stupid game. She told us it was, oh God, I can't remember. Close to 150 or 180,000, somewhere in there. Ungodly amount of money, in my opinion. Especially when you're in the military, you know. That's a whole lot of money. And I was talking to her about it, and she told me, I said, my God, what's this thing built on? Or built with? Solid gold, for crying out loud? I said, that's a lot of money. Oh, well, you're paying for the weather. And I stepped back, and I looked at her, and I said, excuse me, I'm doing what? Oh, yeah, you're paying for the weather here in Southern California. And I looked at her, and I said, I'm paying for the weather. She said, yeah. I said, oh. Gee, I thought God gave me that. Mother Nature gave me the weather. I thought that was free. Since when do I got to pay for weather? But that is how they sell houses. People are stupid enough to buy into this shit. And that's why everything is so expensive. Because the American people have let unions, real estate agents, congressmen, senators, presidents, all tell them, well, this is the way it should be. When common sense is sitting there telling them, right in the back of their head, common sense is sitting there screaming at them, are you an idiot? But yet, they overrule their common sense and listen to these guys who are going, the American public, they don't know what they need. They don't know what's good for them. And that's a quote from one of your congressmen sitting in Washington, D.C. right now. He said that prior to President Obama getting elected the first time. Oh, well, the American people will do what we want them to do because they don't know what they need. See, that's how much them idiots think of us as their bosses. Yeah, that's right, folks. We're their bosses. We pay their goddamn salaries. But yet, nobody in this country realizes that. Your tax dollars pay their salaries. It just doesn't magically appear for them. It's us. But anyway, it's just the stupidity I'm seeing like this. Oh, we're going to ban hoop skirts at this ball because it's racist. Excuse me? This is just a prime example of the childishness and stupidity that goes on in this country. And the American people are just getting dumbed down and dumbed down and dumbed down. Wake up, America. Because if you don't, pretty soon you're not going to have any place you can go without papers to go there. You live in a certain city, you're not going to be able to go to the city next to you because you have to have papers to get there. It's fascism. That's where it's going, that's where it's headed, and that's what's happening. And you as American people are letting it happen. Because you won't do what you need to do. So, all I'm trying to do is light a fire under your butts. Make you mad enough that you'll wake up and say, hey, enough of this shit is enough. I mean, when we were kids, when I was in the military, and younger, or even when we were kids, we could go to Canada without a passport. We could go to Mexico without a passport. We can't do that anymore. That's pretty screwed up. They're our neighbors. Oh, sure, I understand. Oh, well, we got to do that because of the illegal immigrants. Well, I'm sorry. It ain't stopping them. It ain't slowing them down a bit. So, America, wake up before it's too damn late. I'm too old to do much about it anymore. But I'm just trying to get you younger people that got a ways to go to wake up, smell the coffee. Because if not, one of these days you're going to be waking up and they're going to say, well, you got to go to work at this place. Well, that's not where my job is. Well, it is now. But I was a computer tech. Well, guess what? You're shoveling shit over here at the sewage plant. That's your new job. And that's the way it is. And the rich people, oh, they're going to be living high on the hog. And you let it happen, America. You let it happen. That's all I got to say about that. That's my rant for this week, or for now. My 2 cents worth. God bless. Enjoy. Take care, folks.